So, I'm going to tell you today how the house that I paid for twice in cash was stolen by a corrupt judiciary. It's going to be a long story, so I'm going to give you the short right now. The short of it is that I paid all taxes. I overpaid taxes. I paid fines, fees, penalties, interest, and redemption. And now they have my money and my house. Let me give that to you one more time, just in case you didn't get it. I paid all taxes. I overpaid taxes. I paid penalties, fees, attorney's fees, interest, and redemption. And now they have my money and my house. I've been out of my house the last time for 4 years. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a mess today. I've been out in the rain and been working on some things, but I'm gonna try to give you the short and quick right now. I bought my house for cash, and I was being charged for a business property tax on a non-existent business in an empty house. That tax debt was then taken and attached to another house of mine in another county. It's at this point when I was sued for those funds for the non-existent business in the empty house that I began to fight this. Because I had been under some stress from a police department harassing me, and that's an entire another story for another day, but you can find me on Google. But because that was going on, I had my father going with me to pay the taxes, just quite frankly, because I was too scared to go over there by myself. And anyway, when my father died, I didn't have him to help me anymore, so I went ahead and decided to fight the case to try to get them to stop charging me for business property taxes on a non-existent business in an empty house and then attaching that in a completely different county. So I began to engage in the court, and then when I became ill and was unconscious, well, I say unconscious, I don't actually go unconscious. I sleep for very long periods of time, days, weeks, months. It's even happened for years at a time, but in those periods, I pretty much sleep and go to the bathroom. I eat very, very little, and I'm not very conscious when I am awake. But anyway, while I was in that state, my house was taken from me in a default ruling and sold. This was in December of 2019, and I didn't know until April of 2020 that my house had been sold. I had to move in June, and because I was just waking up and very confused, I went ahead and moved. I later found out I could redeem the house, and um, a month after moving, I asked for the expenses so that I could pay that. And the man that I bought it from padded his bill. And so I exercised my option to add up the expenses and go pay. So I redeemed the property. This is hard. It was $101,650. So I've paid all taxes. I overpaid taxes. I paid penalties, interest, fines, fees, attorney's fees, and redemption. And now they have my money and my house. The story, I know there's going to be comments. There's a lot more to this. Yeah, there is. There is a lot more to this. And we'll get to that. But the point is, I paid everything, and I've been out of my home now for 4 years. Now they have my money and my house. So I will get into it and tell the whole sordid story, but it is sordid, and my case has been very well fought, but it doesn't matter what papers you file or what representation you have. It doesn't matter if the law is on your side if you're dealing with a corrupt judiciary. And that's what's happening here. And until people actually look into it, they're not going to know that. And they're not going to believe it. And that's okay. They'll come for you soon enough. Which breaks my heart. But for now, I just want to say I can't believe this is America. And I want to tell you that this isn't just happening to me. This is happening to tens of thousands of Americans all across the country. And I'll tell you about some of those too, after I tell you about my case. I'm going to try to get through it in the next couple days and tell you everything that happened. But for now, I just need to make you aware that the problem is happening and that we need to do something. I want to thank you for taking the time to look and listen. And for those of you who subscribe to any of my channels, this is why I've been off. I've just been trying to keep my own life on track, and it's been very hard. What I've just told you in this video wasn't the end of my problems. It was not even the beginning, just the middle part. But we'll get to the rest. Thank you for watching. If you're new to any of my channels, please like, share, subscribe. and hopefully I'll be back soon.